What up, YouTube world? This is Vincent B77 reporting in. This is my first YouTube video that I will be uploading and posting. Will not be my last. Must say that I've really, I've watched a lot of YouTube stuff, but I've never really thought about creating my own account and doing my own videos. But got to watch and found out about Big Vol Daddy, and got to watching some of his videos, and it was kind of, I thought it was kind of cool. I thought maybe I should try it, just give it a whirl. And so this is my first video. So hopefully I can get some views and get some comments. I can get, some things rolling here. We can, maybe we can post some more and get some more views out of it. And maybe we can make this into a pretty cool and fun thing. But just a little bit about me. I live in Tennessee. Proud Volunteer fan. Pro team. I'm a Falcons fan. Didn't really like much of the Titans. Grew up liking the Falcons. Loved Michael Vick. Was my favorite player for the longest time. Still is to this day. Him and AP. I just need to say. Adrian Peterson. I like the way he plays. I like the way he runs. I like to watch him play. But given that I'm a Falcons fan, huge Volunteer fan in any sport. Football, basketball, baseball, croquet, chess, swim team, whatever Tennessee's playing in it, I'm rooting for them. And so huge Volunteer fan, pretty big Falcon fan, but not too big on NFL. Not real big on any kind of pro sports. Just think it's too money involved. And I like college sports myself because it's all motivation. They're all playing for a reason, and it's because they want to, or it's the only way to school. So they're all playing for a reason, and that's why I really like college football and college sports more so than pros, because it's not money related. So with that being said, Tennessee just lost to Kentucky in football. Makes me quite sick, to be honest with you. I've had this nasty feeling all day. Smoked about 2 packs of cigarettes. Just been pissed off all day. Finally starting to get in a little bit better mood. It's about 3 o'clock here in Cookeville, Tennessee. I'm a night owl. I'm a late nighter, so just kind of got in this video taking mood and figured I'd post it up. So we'll do a quick recap in my opinion on the game today, and I feel like we sucked. I feel like we did a poor job of playing motivated football, of playing with pride. I don't even care if we're playing for a bowl or not. I'd rather not go to a bowl game but still beat Kentucky than lose to Kentucky. Whatever. It makes me sick. My sister-in-law is a Kentucky fan, and right after they lost, I was pissed. I had to go get my dog from outside, and she freaking jerked me around everywhere, big old pit bull, and freaking she's come back inside, pissed off as could be, and she's just rubbing it in my face, and I don't say a word, but she's rubbing my face. So, to be honest with you, I've been in a mood all day. We played terrible. We got outcoached. We got outplayed. Uh, we sucked in all categories, for that matter. Offense, worst I've seen since probably Fulmer's last year. I think when he had the Richmond coach. Since when he had the Richmond coach as the offensive coordinator, is probably the worst I've seen this offense. I can't remember if it was his last year or if it was right before he got Cutcliffe. I think they got Cutcliffe after Sanders. I think they got him after Cutcliffe left. I think. I'm not sure. It's 3 o'clock in the damn morning. I really don't care. but honestly, terrible offense. Uh, didn't play well and didn't play too good on defense. Had some good stops. Didn't let them put up many points, but hell, they shouldn't have put up many points. They had a wide receiver at quarterback. So they shouldn't have put up any points, to be honest with that. But, I mean, hell, you did 10 points, and you figured we could score more than 10 points on a Kentucky defense. God, they're awful. Besides Winston Guy and Danny Trevathan, they're pitiful. But of course Kentucky played lights out on defense, and we sucked on offense. And defensively, I don't know why we didn't commit to stopping the run. We didn't tackle. We didn't take any good angles. Hell, even on one play, we had the quarterback freaking sacked, and he did that. He faked the throw. He faked like he threw it, and then he tucked it in because he figured he was going to get knocked down and sacked. And then after he faked the throw, our defense lineman just let go of him and ran the other way. And that summed up basically the entire game, the entire season, the entire past 2 seasons. We have not tackled. We have not made good angles on the running backs and the speed guys. And that's fundamentals. We don't have time to coach fundamentals halfway through the season and the last week of the season. There's not time for that. You should already know fundamentals. You're going to be an SEC athlete. You should know your fundamentals. But we don't. We're terrible in fundamentals. When it comes to tackling, all you gotta do, you take the angle, and you line up your pads, and you hit them, and you try to, if you can't tackle them, you try to slow them down till you can get help. Option plays. All Kentucky ran today. We gotta keep them locked inside. We've gotta keep them running to the inside, where the help is. You let them get to the outside, that's where big plays happen. And that's where they were all game. They'd run to the outside, and then, if not, the receiver / quarterback would keep it and go right up the middle, and get big plays. And poor tackling, poor angles, poor fundamentals, and that's what killed us. And offensively, Bray was the worst I've ever seen him. Supposedly he was sick all week. I think that's more of an excuse than a reason why he played so bad. But, whatever. Braid didn't play good at all. Running game has been just about good as it has all season. We ran the ball well last week, and we ran the ball well against LSU and Alabama. Don't know why. Against some of the best running defenses in the country, we run the ball good. But when it comes to some of the worst running defenses in the country, we can't run the ball to save our lives. And I don't understand that. I don't get it. But that's the case. And it's been all season. Thank God Torrin Poole's graduating. Marlon Lane will be a pretty good back. He's very, very dedicated. I've read a lot of things about him and his dedication. I think we'll be alright with him, but I think we need Mario Pender. I think he is the key for this next recruiting class. I think he would be huge. He's committed to Florida State, but visited Tennessee during the MTSU week, and then the following week he was supposed to visit Florida State, but didn't show up. Didn't really give a reason why, as far as I know. So that's pretty good news, but after this week, I think any hope of getting him was completely flushed down the commode. I think this is going to kill our recruiting class. In my opinion, I think it's going to really put a dagger in our recruiting class. We had some pretty good players looking into us, and he may pull it together, but it's going to take a lot of extra effort. Because the way we looked against Kentucky and no bowl game, that's not good. That's not good. So hopefully next year we can be better. We should be better with all the players we got returning. We'll have Hunter back. We'll have Bray back. David Rogers coming off a good season. Bray's coming off a good season. You look at his stats, it's a good season, but his last two games haven't been so good. So hopefully he can come out more motivated. He did last year after he threw the game losing interception to North Carolina. He came back this season and was ready to redeem himself. And I mean, he put up great numbers and looked awesome in the first 4 or 5 games. You know, didn't look too good against Georgia, but other 4 games, I thought he looked really well. So with him coming back, Hunter should be fully recovered by that time. Hopefully he comes back 100% and is still as productive as he was. Hopefully he doesn't miss any beats. And then we'll have Herman Lathers back, which is going to be huge. With losing A.J. Johnson, we do have a big inside linebacker from Texas, Dalton Santos, coming in. But you know, I don't want 2 sophomores and a true freshman as my inside linebacker. You know, so Lathers should come back and play the inside linebacker. I think originally he was an outside linebacker, but he should come in and play the inside linebacker. So if we keep all the recruits we got so far, we should have a decent recruiting class coming in for the defensive side of the ball. We don't really have any big, huge offensive weapons. Dre Bowles is a pretty good receiver. A lot of comparisons to Des Bryant from what I've been reading and hearing. So that's good to add to the receiving core that's already very strong. So next year, if we don't come ready to play, if we don't come out and we don't win some ball games and play competitive football, then maybe we should look into some coaching changes. But I'm not ready to give up yet. Although most of the Vol Nation that I've seen and read after today is ready to give up on Dooley. I'm not. I think he's the guy for the job. I think he is. I think Chaney's a hell of an offense coordinator, but he's been handcuffed all season. Completely handcuffed with some terrible adversity. And I think Wilcox is a great defense coordinator. You look at if you watch Tennessee football, you will see that on every play, we have guys there to make the tackles. I mean, just about every play is drawn up really well. I mean, we always have guys in perfect position to stop the play. We just don't execute, and that's not coach's fault when it comes to executing game plan. You know, not completely the coach's fault. He's drawing up the right plan. He's drawing up the right game plan, but they're not executing. You know, that's just how it goes, and that's not the coach's fault in my opinion. You know, people can say, well, the coaches have to get them to execute. Well, yeah, that's true, but they can't play the game for them. So I feel that we have a great coaching staff, but we've really been handcuffed. Really had some heartbreakers and some, I mean, just some terrible times on Rocky Top, you know. But hopefully we can come back. I mean, we can come back stronger, stronger than ever next year, and maybe we can compete. I just want to see competitive football against the big teams. You know, we need a big win. We need a big signature win. We need to beat Florida. My God, it's been 6 years now, I think, 5 or 6 years since we beat them. We got to beat Florida next year. We need to come in and play good, competitive football against Alabama. If we don't get the yearly meeting between us and Alabama stripped away by the new 2 teams coming in, which I don't think they'll do that, but you never know. So, with that, Devin, that's my opinion on the season for the Volunteers and what's coming up in the off season. Hopefully, we can keep hot on the recruiting trails. Hopefully, we can get a home run threat at the running back position. We need somebody that can really break away at any given time. Abani Cross will be a great power running back. He is big and strong and pretty fast. I've read a lot of comparisons. People saying he's a slower Marcus Lattimore. That's good news. Hopefully he can come in and really bang up the middle, and really put together